smoker who wears a lot of flannel. So ladies and gentlemen, I bring you, and taking please, Mr. Scot Shields.
So, got a ticket on the way down here. Yeah, we all love those, don't we? They always ask you that same stupid fucking question. So, do you know why I stopped you? Yeah, like if I knew, we'd be sitting there. Like I was just driving around with my buddy going, you know, I got 180 bucks in my wallet and I just don't know what to do with it. Hey, there's a cop, let's give it to him. And here's a little tip for any of you would-be law enforcement types in the audience tonight. If you pull over two guys in their 20s and they're still really polite to you even after you've given them a ticket for 180 bucks, then you have missed out on a major law enforcement opportunity. There was more going on than speeding. Yeah, I do a lot of traveling as a comic. Doing gigs in places like Winnemucca in Nevada. How do you get a name like Winnemucca? What is it, like Native American for ugly hooker? You know, you do a gig in a place like Winnemucca, Nevada, and you understand how an entire state can legalize prostitution. It's kind of like, well, Gus, I ain't seen a woman I'd want to fuck for 100 miles. And I'm pretty sure if we don't start paying for her, we ain't never gonna. You know, it is true what they say about Nevada. Like, if you don't gamble, it really is a cheap place to stay. First, then you have to ask yourself the question, why the fuck would you stay in Nevada? Like, wow, you guys sure do have some rocks. I like to travel. I like to get down to Mexico every chance I get. Mexico is by far my favorite state. It's like Disneyland for alcoholics. They got all the rides too, like instead of the tilt-a-whirl, they got the tequila and hurl. Yeah, that one will leave you spinning. Or instead, it's a small world after all, they got it's a small whorehouse after all. Oh, that's a great one. It's like playing 6 Degrees of Separation with social diseases. Like, well, first this merchant marine fucked her, then this old gringo fucked her, then he fucked this other chick, then you fucked this other chick, and now you got your very own set of saber-toothed crotch crickets to take home as souvenirs. Or there's everybody's favorite ride, the Montezuma's Revenge. Oh, see, the Matterhorn beat that one. It's like the only time in your life when you wish a toilet had a seatbelt. Speaking of toilets, I had a job down in Texas a while back, which means I get to drive across country. You know something, once you get out of the state of California, you realize something about this land of ours. There is a whole lot of nothing in this country. On the way out, I stayed in Winslow. Well, let me tell you something. The Eagles are full of shit. Because I've been on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, and there is nothing mighty fine about it. No chick in a flatbed truck, nothing. All you got in Winslow in June is dust and hot. Second day I went all the way from Winslow to Waco, which if you do the math means I went all the way across West Texas at night. Which if you ask me is a little ironic. It's like there's nothing out there and you ain't gonna get to see it neither. All they got out there is bad smells. They got smells in West Texas like you can't find anywhere else in nature. Like combination oil refinery, stockyard, and roadkill. You know something else about Texas? Drunk driving isn't exactly the social faux pas out there that it is back here. And you can straight up call people on it. Be like, hey man, you can't even really stand up. You sure you want to be getting behind the wheel of an automobile? And they'll just be like, well, I ain't fucking walking, am I? Okay there, Mr. President. Yeah, it's nice to be back in California. Yeah, a lot of people are down on Bush these days about the war.
Down on Bush?
Yeah, I just thought of that one. I know the world's a pretty screwed up place right now. That's why I'd like to share something with all of you that's pretty special to me. See, I have a dream. Really, this is something that's more than that. This is something that I feel so strongly about that I know in my heart can be done. You see, I have a plan for world peace. I mean, this is the sort of thing that if I pull it off, I'd get a Nobel Prize in like 10 minutes. But that'd just be the tip of the iceberg. I mean, they'd have my picture up in government offices, they'd give me my own Caribbean island, you know, something small like Cuba. But I screwed it up. I should have studied like chemistry or nutrition. Because what I'm talking about is a dietary supplement, is a pill that a man could take that would make his body produce nicotine in his semen. And it would be even better if we could get it to taste like chocolate too. Oh, could you imagine the difference? Like women talking to their girlfriends like, you know, I've had the weirdest craving for head all day. You want to go down to the store and pick up a couple of guys? Or getting calls from your girlfriend like, you know, I've only got 20 minutes for lunch today. So I was thinking, maybe you can come down to work, I'll take you in the closet and I'll blow you. Oh, that's the kind of world I want to live in. I mean, it would end war. I mean, who'd want to fight if it was that easy to get a Hummer? And it'd wipe out world hunger, or at least half of it, and the other half wouldn't care anymore. I mean, we could have like airdropped this stuff into Somalia, and people would have been like, oh, we have no food, but we have the bill, oh, I love America! And it's not all one-sided. I mean, I hear the complaints. I know it can't be easy for you ladies the way it is now. I mean, what flavors do we have now? Fucking stale grapefruit? Yeah, that's everybody's favorite. Come on, this would work out good for everyone. But unfortunately, there's no Scott's Magic Happy Pill out there right now. However, I am willing to undergo any dietary regimen, all in the name of science. And all I need is a little help from some of you ladies out there, and we could change everything. You know, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Speaking of blowjobs, I just have to admit, from a purely visual standpoint, I think oral sex is one of the most humorous things there is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of oral sex. I mean, I always have been. I mean, love it, can't get enough of it. But I just think, as an observer, it's fucking hilarious. Like sometimes when a girl's going down on me, I'll be watching, and I just want to be like, what are you doing? Hey, you know what's even better than blowjobs? Try being friends with a beautiful woman. Guys, don't you just love being put in the friend zone? Fucking emasculating, ain't it? Like, well, actually, no, I don't have a penis now that you mention it. You know what it's like? It's like going out for a high school sport and getting cut right after tryouts. Like, sorry, Scott, you're not quite good enough this season, but keep practicing those free throws and you can try again next time. By the way, would you like to be team manager? That's exactly what being in the friend zone is like. Like being team manager. Like everybody else gets to play and all you get to do is watch and keep score. I swear, everyone must like carry a card in their purse, like, you're a rad guy speech, 1A. Because it's always the same. And it's like, hey, you've been giving me kind of a weird vibe lately. You still like me, right? As soon as you hear that, you know the answer. You just want to like hang up the phone. You just want to like finish their sentences for them. Like, I really like you, but you don't want a boyfriend. Just so busy. You still like to hang out. Yeah, that'd be great. We could be pals, we could be friends, almost like a girlfriend. Sure, just let me rip my fucking nuts off here and put them right in your purse. Then you go and show all your other girlfriends and be like, oh, look at these click-clacks Scott made me. He's so thoughtful, he's so sweet. Fuck you. I don't want your friendship, I don't need your pity, I've got beer. That's right, because I don't get depressed. I get drunk. That's right, because I don't really think guys know how to handle their emotions. That's because, in general, we don't really got any. I mean, women get all whacked out on chemical imbalances and hormones all the time. So they're pretty used to dealing with their emotions. It's like, what's wrong, honey? Oh, just all hormonal right now. So I'm just going to cry and be bitchy for a while. Sweet. Anytime a guy ends up having to deal with his emotions, we're not used to it, so we get all whacked out. It's like, what's wrong, Frank? Oh, My old lady fucked 20 sailors behind my back and left me for a gymnast. Wow, what you gonna do? I don't know. I think I'm gonna drink a bottle of whiskey and go shoot somebody. Speaking of trailer parks, I spent a lot of time living in trailers over the years. Campers, single wides, double wides, I've done them all. And I got a little observation for you. You can always tell people who've lived in a trailer if you listen to them take a shower. It's like, shh, and then you wait a few minutes, and then shh, and they finish up. That's because people who've lived in trailers understand how to conserve water. That's because most trailers come standard with like 5-gallon hot water tanks. And when you've lived in a trailer, you learn. When those 5 gallons are gone, that's it. Yeah, it definitely made going through puberty real interesting. You go through puberty with a 5-gallon hot water tank and you become like a Zen master at jerking off. Because there you are, just you and Pamela Anderson in the shower together. And all of a sudden that hot water starts to run out and it turns into a race with the devil to get off. Yeah, shivering and jerking off. Now that takes dedication. Speaking of jerking off, you know something that really has changed this world a lot is computers. I just have to say, having been alive before the rise of the internet, I'm still really in awe of it. I mean, it really is an amazing stage in our evolution as creatures on this planet. And of course, what do we do with this newfound connectedness and ability to communicate? Hey dude, check it out, boobs. Yep, new tool, same old monkeys. Yeah, same thing that gets us out of bed in the morning, same thing that's driven all other progress in history, the same drive that has fueled the explosion of the internet. Just some shaved chimp sitting there going, how can this thing help me get off? I have no idea where all that porn on my hard drive came from. It must have come with the computer. Yeah, right. That's some private shit though, ain't it? And it's like your own little Freudian snapshot of your subconscious. It's what you really want, what you peek at when nobody's looking. Definitely not the kind of thing you want a girl you're dating to find. Anybody ever had a chick find your porn? Fucking embarrassing, ain't it? Because she's over and you're not thinking about it. And she's like, can I jump on your computer and check my email? She starts clicking around. It's like having a little kid running around and you got a gun in the house. You're just off doing something else when you hear that cabinet door open. Where'd my music download to? No! Speaking of Kaza, don't you hate the way Kaza's always trying to pop things up on you? It's like, no, I don't want a credit card right now. I'm just trying to jerk off. You know what else I hate? The little AOL pop-up window on the retarded I get every time I turn my computer on. It's like, great, now I know what all the morons in my country are thinking about. By the way, here's a little thought you can hang in the back of your mind. I was over at a friend's house the other day, getting some help with a program, when I had an epiphany. There I was, sitting right in front of the monitor, when I realized, this is right where this guy jerks off. And this guy probably does it a lot. And now I can't help it. Every time I sit down in front of one of my friend's PCs, what's the first thought that pops in my head? Yep, this is right where this dude spanks it. And now I'm pretty sure that's going to be the first thing that pops into all of your minds the next time you sit down in front of one of your friends' computers. So there's my little contribution to the information superhighway. So I moved out to Wisconsin a few months ago. I've been living in Milwaukee since January. Now let me tell you, it gets cold out there in Cheeseland. And I mean cold, not like out here, like, oh gee, it's cold, I should have worn a jacket. No, like so cold you don't even want to jerk off. Like your dick's just like, nah, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm gonna go cuddle with the balls. Yeah, they're hairy, but they're warm, you know what I'm saying? And they drink a lot of beer out there in Milwaukee. I have never seen so many people drink PBR. I actually toured the Pabst Brewery, so I got to see how PBR is made. It was interesting. I'd never seen a urinal with a tap before. You know, when I was moving out to Wisconsin, everybody told me the same thing. Yeah, the weather's bad, but the people are nice. Of course they're nice. It's 30 below half the year. If you're an asshole, they just let you freeze to death. That's what's nice about being back out here. It's nice being back in a state where you can pass out drunk in a ditch overnight and not wake up the fucking Iceman. You try that shit back in Wisconsin, they just thaw you out in June. Like, well, from the way he was dressed and the amount of alcohol and THC we found in his body, we believe the Iceman was a college student. You know what else is nice? It's nice not being asked how I like the fucking snow 10 times a day. That's all I got the first month I was out there. So, how do you like the snow? Wait, I messed that up. That's not right. Let me try that again. So, California, eh? How you liking the snow? Okay, you're missing California now, huh? Yeah, it's not an accent. It's called congestion. I can do it too. I moved to Milwaukee for a job. I'm a teacher. Can't tell by the smile on my face. I teach physics. I know I'm supposed to say it's a really great feeling helping people learn and overcome obstacles. I gotta tell you the truth, it fucking blows. Every day I get to stand in front of 60 eyes that all stare at me like I just fucked their dog. And I always got some guy in back going, like it's just the same thing over and over. Like, oh, 10 o'clock, time to go talk to the chalkboard for an hour. Hey class, ready to do the same fucking thing I just did 2 hours ago? Actually, my boss admonished me to come in with a little more enthusiasm and try to engage my students. I'm like, I'm teaching physics here. What do you want me to do? Come in like, hey everybody, ready to do some physics? Hey, there's a chalkboard. Let's go write on it. Give me an X component. Give me a Y component. Who gives a shit? Nobody. Teaching is like the exact opposite of doing comedy. Like they don't laugh, they don't smile, I don't even think they fucking breathe. And I teach at a university. I'm a TA. See, real PhDs have better things to do than teach. So that unfortunate task falls to some unhappy grad student like me. Yeah, you remember how nobody wanted to take physics in high school? Well, let me tell you, nothing fucking changed when they got to college. Every day I get to deal with 100 pissed off students who are all mad because their real teacher doesn't speak English and doesn't give a shit that they can't do algebra. And they're all looking to one lonely pothead standing next to the chalkboard to save the day. And every time I pass back homework, it's just, why didn't you get a point out for this? How do I didn't get full credit for that? Oh, I drink a lot and I'm not really happy with the way my life is going. You know, being a grad student in physics is kind of like being at a Star Trek convention that never ends. All day long is, well, the Ricci scalar is just a contraction of the Riemann tensor across two indices. What do you want? Eigenvalue problems with Hermitian operators? Isn't it really cool to live in a box and do really hard math all day and never ever get laid? Oh yeah, sure. That's no lie either. You want to try and not get laid? Try going into a bar and telling women you do physics. Yeah, good luck. You'd be better off telling them you got herpes. Like ex-cons and guys with missing limbs will get fucked before you do. So, who's ever begged for sex? Oh yeah, every last one of you guys has begged for it at one time or another. Most of you guys probably more often than you'd like to admit. Especially you guys with girlfriends. Gee, tell me, does this sound familiar? Come on, honey. In the morning, I'm tired. In the morning? What kind of a compromise is that? I mean, there's no guarantee. In the morning, like all kinds of shit could happen before then. Like, what if the alarm clock doesn't go off? What are you gonna do? Going late to work? Tell the boss, oh sorry I'm late, I had to blow my boyfriend? Yeah, right. We all know who's getting the short end of the stick on that one. And I swear, it's just like you revert back to being 7 years old, like you're in the toy aisle with your mom. Like, no, Scotty, not this time. Maybe next time if you're good. I don't want to wait for next time. What if there's no pussy next time? Scotty, they're not going to run out of pussy. I don't want to wait for next time. That's it, no pussy. No. What, you don't think guys would cry? What, are you kidding me? If we got at work, we'd cry at the drop of a hat. We'd do it like right in the middle of dinner, like, I'm just so lonely. I just want to go home and cuddle. Naked. Let's cuddle. Boy, aren't you guys real stoked when you hear that one? I just want to snuggle. Oh yeah, sure, that's just what I was shooting for tonight. Yeah, that whole orgasm thing's real overrated. Yeah, right. Who the fuck wants to go? Cuddling is what I do to get clothing to come off. In lieu of that, all it is annoying and uncomfortable. Like fucking an oven mitt, you know. Fun for the first couple of minutes, but in the end, all you're going to do is jerk off. Yeah. Yeah, relationships take a lot of effort, man. As a guy, you really got to stay on top of things. Because believe me, they're keeping score. They're just marking them down. It's 2 strikes, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, and they're just waiting for the next swing and a miss. And it's the little things, the things you don't even think about. Like that time you didn't take her to farmer's market for fresh celery, when she'd been talking about it all day, and you're like, there's no way she's still mad about that. That happened 9 months ago. Bullshit, she remembers it clear as fucking crystal. That's strike 1. That's why, as a guy, to make it work, it takes a lot of restraint. Especially the longer you're together. Because the more you get comfortable with someone, and the more you start to relax, and you stop being on your toes all the time, and sooner or later, you're going to do something really fucking dumb. Like those mornings when you're up before she is. And I mean up, like a fucking kickstand. You're just laying there and you're wishing she'd wake up. I mean, you're just longing for it. I mean, the frustration is unbearable. I mean, you've been waiting forever, like at least 20 minutes. And she starts to stir, and she's like, I'm hungry, I want breakfast. It's early, and you're not thinking too quick. And in the back of your mind, you're like, well, I got an idea that'd work out good for both of us. He's no help. He's down there going, come on, just say it. I bet you'll go for it. Hey, honey, how about some head for breakfast? Strike 3! Yeah. Yeah. I just have to say, speaking of women, that's pretty impressive. All the things that women have managed to accomplish for society throughout history, just by getting men to do shit we never would have otherwise. I mean, you know, if it wasn't for women, we'd all still be living in caves. Because us guys really don't give a shit. I mean, anyone who's ever seen my apartment will attest to that. I mean, you know, back in the day, caveman was perfectly happy with his cave. I mean, it smelled like him. His favorite place to whiz just out the door to the left. Whenever he got done eating, he just threw the bones right out the front. And it was all good until he brought his first cave woman home. I just look at the way we build houses. You know, wasn't a man coming up with all that shit. You know, the first homes were just 4 walls and a roof. But I bet it didn't take long for some woman to go, you know, I kind of like to have another room, separate from where we sleep. Somewhere we could be when we're awake and alive. You know, like a living room. A living room? You're inside, ain't you? You're still breathing. What the hell do you think this is? Yeah, I want a living room and a den and a wall in between us and the kids. What for? Honey, we need our privacy. What for? Honey, I'm not having sex in front of the kids. Oh, why don't we just put the kids in the yard? We're not putting the kids in the yard. Why not? It worked for the dog. Isn't love wonderful? I mean, it'll make you do things. Like, stand outside of a motel room at 3 in the morning going, honey, honey, I'm sorry, I wanted to watch the man show. You're right. It is sexist and degrading to women. And all the juggies' boobs are fake. Being in a relationship will teach you things about yourself too. Like a grown man can sleep almost comfortably in the back of a 95 Ford Escort. You eat differently when you're in a relationship. You'll eat things when you're with a woman that you'd never think about eating when you're single. Like vegetables. Or couscous. What the hell is that? It's like somebody chewed up a mouthful of rice and spit it back out on your plate. And fellas, you know this one's true. When your girlfriend goes on a diet, you do too. True story. My ex went on a diet last summer. I lost 20 pounds. And I never want to eat another goddamn tuna fish sandwich as long as I live. I ate so much tuna fish last summer, I crapped a fucking dolphin. Well, it's been fun. And you know, we've been talking a little about relationships here, so I'd just like to pause for a moment before I go to speak honestly and candidly about an issue that many women have to struggle with today: anal sex. Like for some women, learning to take it in the ass may be the hardest thing they ever have to overcome, which I am in no way trying to diminish as an accomplishment. I mean, I have never personally been on the receiving end, but I'll admit it, I have fucked one or two women in the ass, and I can tell by the look on their face it was no walk in the park. And you know, there's no real good reason why we do it either. It's just the novelty of the thing. Like, when you've tried all the other holes, why not the ass? That's why I think, as a woman in a relationship, you really have to find some point that you're comfortable with sexually and draw the line and hold it there. Because us guys, we can't help it. We're always going to try and push it as far as we can. Like when you get a girl give you that first hand job, what's the very next thing you go for? That's right, the old down the hatch. And once we get head out of the way and we're getting in your pants on a regular basis, it's just a matter of time before we try and go for the ass. That's what I'm telling you, ladies. You really got to draw the line somewhere. Because I guarantee you, every last one of you has got a boyfriend. If we heard it felt good and thought we could get away with it, we'd try and fuck you right in the nose. Come on, honey, I'll be really gentle, and I'll go really slowly. Just think about something else. I'm sure it'll go right back down to the same size when we're done. Sure, we walk around the next day, one giant nostril all stretched out, sore and red, talking to your girlfriend going, yeah, I let him nose fuck me last time for the first time. It hurt like hell. Yeah, I sneezed this morning, my eyeball almost fell out. Thanks, folks.
That's the controversial Scot Shields.